back, everybody. I am Max Scoville for IGN. Joining me is Robert from Activision and Saito-san and Kuroko-san from Platinum Games. And you guys are here to talk about Transformers Devastation.
That's right.
So, what is that?
So Transformers Devastation. So it is. That's a great question.
This was an amazing surprise that was unfortunately kind of spoiled by some screenshots. We haven't actually seen the game in action quite yet.
Right.
This is a Platinum Games action game, correct?
Exactly. So third-person brawler, what you would expect in terms of what they're really good at.
Let's take a look. Let's
do it.
Show this off. That is Generation 1 Optimus Prime.
Well, it's close. So it's what we're doing actually is very interesting. So Platinum Games has always loved, and so have we, but they've loved Transformers since they were kids, right? And there's so much rich history of this brand, and the idea of this game was kind of to pay homage to that history. And what they did was they took inspiration from a lot of different places, IDW Comics, the Generations Toyline from Hasbro, which was really awesome, harking back to the originals, and then of course the original show, and kind of made a new kind of modern take on all that really good stuff.
It is very much a breath of fresh air, with all due respect, after all the Flame Decal Michael Bay stuff. You know, it's kind of nice to see the just very shiny, classic 80s look. And you guys are certainly backing it up with some really cool effects here. Talk about the gameplay a little bit. I mean, you're more than meets the eye.
Right. So I can actually leave that to Saito-san, since he's the director. That would make him make a lesson. So Saito-san, gameplayの説明をよろしくお願いします。
今回、キーにしているコンセプトとしてはやはりトランスフォームというところを、攻撃の起点にいろいろ使っていこうかというところが、一番のゲームの肝になっています。
So one of the really important things, not surprisingly for a Transformers game, is how transformation works in this game, and they really put a lot of energy into making that part of the battle system, right? And
コンボフィニッシュで敵を吹き飛ばしたときに、またビークル状態で敵を追い打ちする、あとは敵の攻撃を回避して避けるところ、あとはビークル状態で、加速スピードを上げてロボに変形した後敵に攻撃する、攻撃のあらゆる起点の場面で、トランスフォームを利用することをかなり、特徴としています。
Right. So really the unique part of that in this game is there's really three ways to use it. So one is you can use it at the end of a combo in order to you'll turn into a vehicle and you'll go after them after you've knocked them back. There will be specific moments where you can do that and you can continue your combo. You can use that to chain combos together. Another way is you can use it to dodge, actually. You can actually transform dodge kind of thing. And then the last is there's this special type of combo you can do. We're calling it a rush attack. And what happens is you gain maximum speed, and you'll see the flames coming out of the car when that happens. You gain maximum speed, and then you can do a special crazy combo.
That is awesome. What I love here is also we totally have Bumblebee, which is lovely. He's definitely kicking ass there. This looks so much. It looks familiar, but totally new at the same time. It's reminiscent of some of Platinum's other work, like Bayonetta and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. There was a piece of information saying this was running on the Revengeance engine. Is that not the case?
I'll let Kuroko-san actually answer that. So, Kuroko-san かなり綺麗な見た目になってるんですけど、なんか以前レベンジャンスの技術で動いてるという話が出てるんですけど、それ本当ですか？MGRR のエンジンで動いてるという話が出てたんですけど、それは本当ですか？
はい。我々の使ってるエンジン、システムっていうのは。いろんなプロジェクトを作るたんびに最適化してますんで、今回はもちろんトランスフォーマーズデバステーション、それ用にカスタマイズされた新しいシステムを使ってます。
なのでそれが違うというそういうプロセス。So, yeah, that's actually not accurate. So the way it works is they have their own internal engine, and they've been using it. They use it for all their titles, right? And what they do is they custom every single title. They'll take the base technology and then they'll add in customizations and kind of make that its own beast, basically. So every title that they do is based off of the same base technology, but then is basically created specifically for that title.
Okay. It also looks a little bit like the Legend of Korra game, which was also an Activision project.
Right.
Was that at all? This is the first time Platinum's worked with Activision, to my knowledge. Is that true?
Yeah, Korra was the first time we worked together. Yeah. So Korra, we actually worked with Platinum as well.
And this is interesting because it's a huge licensed property, which I mean, was originally car robots from Takara.
Right.
How much freedom have you guys had in terms of working with the source material and getting to play with Transformers, literally?
まあこのプロジェクトでフランスって大きいブランドじゃないですか。でなんかそれがどういうふうに So wait, the question was, so we're working with
Have you been
Transformers.
given a lot of freedom with the property?
Yeah, フリーダム何でもできるっていう話だったんでしょうかっていうことです。
何でもできる。
はい、なんかもうフリーに考えてもいいとか、なんかこういうふうにしなきゃいけないっていう話どうなってました？
そうですね。アクティビションさんから、オーダーをいただいたときに特に制限はなかったです。なので、僕の方で、どういうふうな遊びにしようっていうのはかなり大きく考えてた部分はあります。でそれで先ほど言ったトランスフォームをキーにして、ゲームを組み立てようというところを、アクティビションさんの方に提案しました。
So originally, Activision went to them and said, "Hey, we want to do a Transformers game. What do you got?" And so Saito-san was assigned to it, and they just got to come up with whatever they wanted. And the main concept of the transformation that I just told you about, that was kind of where they landed. And then we all kind of, we worked together. And this is me adding, but we all kind of worked together to figure out, what aesthetic we wanted, how to make it really interesting and fun, and like that whole, the whole look and stuff like that. How we could do all the cell shading and stuff, and they did a lot of work on it.
Very cool. This is kind of following up the High Moon games, and one thing they did that was really interesting was letting players take control of both Autobots and Decepticons. We've gotten a pretty good look at both sides in action in the trailer, but will we be able to play as Megatron or Soundwave?
Right. メガトロンとか今まではオートボットたちのゲームプレイは見てるんですけど、メガトロンとかサウンドウェーブとしてもプレイできますでしょうか？
そうですね。今回は残念ながらプレイはできないんですけど。魅力的なキャラクターとして、ボス敵として登場して、戦うことができます。
So, our game actually features. It's only from the Autobot point of view. It's like from the hero's point of view is the idea. But at the same time, they wanted to make it so that you'll be able to experience the depth of characters that you've always known and loved on both sides of the situation. So, it's a lot more story-driven, you could say.
Are you able to say how many different Autobots we'll be playing as?
Yeah. We'll have 5 different playable Autobots, and I can list them for you.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So we got Optimus, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and Grimlock. So
Grimlock.
Yes.
That's good. That's fun.
Yeah.
Is that going to be? I know that was actually one of my favorite parts in the High Moon games was suddenly you're a giant dinosaur. Is that kind of a big exciting part for this too?
It definitely is.
Okay.
So, and we haven't quite shown any of that stuff yet. That's something to stay tuned for.
Okay, and of course, one thing that's kind of just really a very big part of Transformers is Optimus Prime's voice, and you've gotten Peter Cullen to return.
We definitely did.
We have a little clip of him talking. Why don't we play that up here?
Cybertronian technology, Wheeljack.
Looks like it, Optimus. They're creating hurricane force winds, sweeping the city clear of any unwanted material.
Whatever their purpose, there is more to the situation than meets the eye.
That's the voice.
That is awesome.
Right?
That looks like Transformers and it sounds like Transformers. And
do
you also have Bumblebee's original voice actor?
We do, Dan Gilvezan.
That's fantastic.
We have actually brought back a lot of the original cast, so including Greg Berger for Grimlock. We've got Michael Bell for Sideswipe. And but there are others as well. So we're super. Not to mention Frank Welker as both Megatron and Soundwave.
Ah, yes. Okay, I'm stoked.
Yeah,
that is fantastic to hear. I think it's safe to say that the franchise is in very capable hands. When can we get our hands on this game?
So
and where's it coming to?
Yeah, it's coming out this fall, and it's coming on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC.
And is it going to be retail or downloadable? And
it's going to be both.
Wow.
So yeah.
And this is not some small bite-sized game. This is a full-blown.
This is coming to retail.
Game.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So, well, thank you guys so much for coming and showing this off. I would say E3's off to a good start. Thank you so much, and keep it right here on IGN for all your E3 coverage.